Wonderbird who's come into the nest instead of Harriet, who is working. We have the gorgeous Hilary O'Neill.
Hey,
Hey,
Hilary. You said a word there that I'm not familiar with. Working?
Yes, it's a dirty word, Hilary.
What is that?
Good for her, I say. Good for her.
But now you're here and you're working with us. Well, kind of.
Yeah, no, it's terrific. Thanks so much for inviting me, girls. I had such a blast when you interviewed me before, and to be asked back as an honorary is a real dream. It's great. I'm so thrilled to be here.
Oh, our pleasure,
Hilary, I've got something to tell you, which you might have an opinion on. I was reading, I was looking at an article that Dolly Parton had written, and she said, I never take my makeup off. What? I always sleep in it because I want to be what she called ambulance ready. And guess what she did? She said, with all that makeup, I mean, she looks amazing, doesn't she, all the time? And she said, so if there's anything that happens in the night, you know, an emergency, or I have to be Dolly Parton. So I never take my makeup off. So what I do is I keep it on all night, and then very, very early in the morning, I go to the bathroom, I take it all off, and you know, everything, scrub everything, do my hair, and then before I emerge, I put it all back on again. So I'm never seen as not Dolly Parton. And my mum was the same. My mum always used to say to me, for God's sake, Sherry, if you're going to answer the phone, be fully made up. Don't answer. If you're going to put the binners out, which she's never seen a bin in her life, be fully made up, dressed, high heels, because my mother always wore 6-inch because she was a model, high heels, everything on. And I've learned that, actually. I never go anywhere unless I'm fully slapped.
You always look lovely.
I've got to. My mother would kill me.
I've got better at the not worrying too much what people say, but I'm not of a level where the paps are gonna get me. You know, imagine Dolly Parton leaves the house and there's paparazzi inside the house. So I don't live at that level, but I wonder if I would be more like your mum, Sherry, for example, if I was a much higher level. The only thing is, the other night I did go to bed. I was recording linking a Christmas show for a Zoom concert, and I did put the slap on more than this afternoon. I mean, I did an evening sort of stage slap, and I did get really tired, and I went to bed and I woke up looking like I'd been through a bush tucker trial. I mean, it was just, I looked like I had spiders stuck to my eyes. Like,
I know.
And I just thought, for me, it doesn't work. I have to do the cleansing off thing. But girls, what do you do with your makeup at night?
Well, I do take it out with soap and water, really. But it's, I just take everything off, but I always leave my mascara on. When I was first married to John Chalice many years ago, he used to say to me, when I first slept with him, he said it was like waking up with a panda. And the black pillows. The black pillows. But my grandmother, she always used to sleep with her makeup, and she used to say this, you know, she used to say it kept her complexion looking really good. So, but I tell you what has happened since we've been doing this show, nearly 9 months, my goodness me. I am now making up every day where I didn't used to before. And I must tell you, it makes you feel better.
Yeah.
To get up,
it does.
Makeup on.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
especially in the lockdown. It's given me, I feel that every day I look better, and I feel much better. When I don't put my makeup on, I actually get a shock and think, who is that? Gosh,
exactly. Do you remember, Debbie, when I met up with you again years ago, you said to me, you used to wear loads of makeup. What's gone wrong? And I went, What do you mean? And you actually said to me, come on. I wasn't
wearing any makeup. And I said, you're in out and you're not wearing any makeup. She went, yes. I went, my mother used to say, never trust a woman who doesn't wear makeup because she thinks she looks good enough without it.
There's a good point, but I didn't. But honestly, it really is something my mother would have said, actually, because she was always completely made up, beautifully made up with the hair and everything.
I used to go out with Elizabeth Taylor's son years ago, and he used to tell me that his mother, you never saw her with her own hair ever. She always wore a wig. And I used to say, why is that? He said, well, no, her own hair's fine. He said, but the fact is that she used to say, why bother to do your hair in the morning when you can just leave it on a block, somebody does it at night, brings it over in the morning.
That's great. Yeah, I'm all for that. I must admit, when you do things like panto and you go in and all they need is this bit because there's nothing like it. You're ready in a flash.
I know.
A really good point, that actually.
I wonder how many people out there would go, you cannot leave your makeup on all night because it'll destroy your skin.
Or clog up the pores.
The other argument, actually, it will keep you moist.
Look, there's a big reveal happening.
Listen, I have been waiting. And I know you've been seeing flashes of hair. So I think you all think that I've got a few wigs on my lap. But it isn't wigs, actually. It is actually a...
You're smiling,
honey.
Smiling.
Hi, everybody.
She's actually smiling. Can you see?
She is. She is the most gorgeous doggy. I picked her up yesterday. She's a Pomeranian rescue dog, and she is the most beautiful dog. And you know, with rescues, sometimes they come with a few problems, and she's perfect. She's perfect. She is so.
Does she like to cuddle, Dee? Does she cuddle?
Yes, she cuddles all the time. She snuggled up with me last night on the sofa. She slept on my bed. I mean, honestly, you see, if I was with a man, or you know, I wouldn't be allowed to do that, would I?
Dee, what was the process like in brief of going to get a rescue dog?
Yes.
Very difficult. And actually, a lot of the rescues now they take you through such stringent sort of palaver.
Yeah, good.
Which is a good thing in a way. But the thing is, you have to be very careful now. And I think it's a good thing, you know, for them to sort of scrutinize everybody, but I think they do it too much, actually. I think they do it too much.
I don't know. Well, the thing is, Dee, is that your doggy for life, or does she have to go back?
No, this is my doggy for life.
Oh.
Because I've adopted, or I've adopted her now, because she actually, and I just knew immediately, and she came to me straight away, and I remember somebody said, I think it was either Paul O'Grady or Michelle Collins said to me, you'll know when you meet the dog for you. Yeah. And I knew immediately, and because she's so beautiful. I mean, she's such a lovely natured dog.
How old is she, Dee?
She's about 2.5.
Perfect. You have to get poop bags now.
I know, that's the only downside, but I've got a few of those.
Anyway, girls, I am absolutely thrilled, but we have flying into the nest, actually very, very conveniently, considering what we were talking about makeup, she might have an answer to this. Yes. The most wonderful stylist, the amazing Gemma Sheppard. Hello, my darling, how are you?
Good afternoon, how are you girls?
Good.
We're all fantastic. It's so lovely to see you. And I was telling the girls that we actually met 10 years ago when my daughter was in a band and you styled her.
I can't quite believe it's 10 years ago, actually. And it's mad how quickly time goes. And yet when I actually stop and reflect on it, it sort of feels kind of longer than 10 years, bizarrely, actually. But
it doesn't. All I remember about you, apart from you being a brilliant stylist, was your hair and your fantastic style, how you dressed, not how they dressed, but how you were dressing. So I was very jealous of them being styled by you.
Ah, how lovely. Do you know what? I had so much fun dressing with girls. And I think it was a real moment of, you know, being able to have a lot of creative freedom. And I think because the girls didn't at the time have a sense of, you know, a group style, I was able to inject that. And I think it was hugely playful, but it was about kind of identifying them as individuals and giving each one of them a sense of individuality and individual style. And I think we had a lot of fun playing with that. I loved it, actually. I really loved those times.
Gemma, I wanted to ask you, because you do 10 years younger.
Yeah.
And I did the first 10 years younger, which is a long time ago.
A long time ago.
And it is. And I hated it. Because I was styled, which I didn't like, and I felt patronized. I felt slightly insulted because of my age. I felt slightly, you know, and I am very gobby, Gemma. So at that time,
I don't believe you.
I wouldn't put that near me. You know, it was an old sort of fashion, old suit. It was nothing like I am at all, you know, and So when I watch you, I think you're amazing.
Oh, you're so lovely. I think
you're studying it yourself, but what you do with those girls.
I think that there's something that's, I think it's fair to say we are all aware of how television works. And at the end of the day, I think there's been a huge shift in the nature of television. But one of the biggest and most important thing for me before I agreed to do the show was I really wanted to know that there was not going to be anything that I was expected to create jeopardy or tension or kind of what I call a fake environment. And I was very strong about the fact that I wanted to be very true to who I am. I really am a stylist. So to go on a show always makes me slightly nervous because at the end of the day, none of us are ever in control of the edit. And I think that we all know, having worked in the industry, the edit can really tell a different story from the reality. So what I've loved about the show is that they've been very wholesome in that we have been able to be transparent. I feel that I would never treat a member of the general public any differently to how I would treat a celebrity and for me, that's a very simple rule of thumb. And that is, I'll only ever treat you the way I wish to be treated. And I think that the word fashion can be so intimidating for so many people that it doesn't make sense to me that I would want to go in kind of brutish or bullish or actually make them feel less than who they actually are. This is about somebody coming, and saying, help me. And I think for me, that is actually a privilege and it's a gift, but it's actually more to me something that is actually ultimately a passion. I love the feeling of somebody feeling empowered by a tool. And that tool is you look good, you feel good, and that equals confidence.
Well, you do it brilliantly.
Oh, thank you.
And it's fascinating. Your CV is ridiculously impressive. I mean, working on the reality TV shows fascinates me, Gemma.
Yeah.
I tell you the reason why. I do stand-up comedy, I sing and do impressions for a living. So I do my one show. And when I dress for myself, I've got quite big bust and I don't want to have the girls on display because I think it's really important, and this is why I'm interested to know what you think, is when I go on stage, I want the women to like me first because they will laugh with me easier. I don't want them sitting there going like this and watching their husband's reaction or boyfriend's reaction. So when you have your reality stars coming up through the auditions, the semi-finals, finals, dressing them, what's your take on dressing them? How, because you've got to appeal to, they've got to feel great, but you've got the viewers wanting to vote for them. So how do you work on that?
I think it's really important that everybody is made to feel like they want to represent themselves. Ultimately, I think there are some, when I'm styling an editorial shoot versus television and moving camera, it's a very different thing. Right. Partly because in editorial, you can control the image. We can play with collars, we can pin them in a way. When you've got kind of a 360 moving camera, you've got to be kind of respectful of how the camera is also going to move and therefore see you. And therefore, of course, if you are stood on stage wearing something that is, let's say, ultra short, by example, the camera angles also can catch you in a really awkward way. And so for me, I think that I've always been very respectful of each individual because ultimately I want the person I am dressing to feel their very best version of themselves. And I think that if you feel incredible, if you get dressed and you think, oh God, I look good today, you are going to give a performance that is going to exceed any expectation, and that even being beyond your own expectation. So I always say, you have to feel what you are wearing. The minute somebody is feeling, either trussed up or awkward, or this is a bit tight and I feel like my boobs are kind of, being hoiked in, actually you're instantly uncomfortable and your body language completely reflects that. So I think I'm very respectful of individuals personal desire to feel their very best version. Naturally, you know, we do have, as we all know, an army of producers and execs, and of course they might have a storyline too, but we work very closely with a creative team, an artistic director, and all of these elements come into play. But very much, I think it's important to keep the forefront of building the individual performer's confidence.
Yeah.
Wow.
Totally agree.
Thank you. With that in mind, Gemma,
Yeah.
do you think you could style Wonderbirds?
I can't wait. I think this is such a great idea. And I want to, what I'd really love to do is I would actually like to spend half a day with each of you, because I think if you do it en masse, it's like, listen, I do not deny that it would be a hoot and it would be a lot of fun. But actually, if I take you as individuals for half a day, you actually go through the process. And actually, for me, fashion isn't rocket science. And I say that because I guess I find it visually very easy. In my head, I can instantly visualize how I'd make people look. So the process of spending time with you and learning about your kind of what has been your fashion story today, what has been your journey, what in the past, when was the day that you thought, God, I felt absolutely beyond amazing that day? What was it? And I think it's understanding these kind of thought processes that we all have as to the empowerment that then the process of me putting together looks, that then when I put you all in a room together, let's say for a photo shoot, you're all walking in feeling your very best version of yourself, without the influence of seeing what each other is wearing. And I think that is really important.
Oh my goodness. And you'd really do that. You'd really do that for us. I am overly excited.
You're signing me up. That is it. We're doing it.
You're on. It's a deal.
Very quickly, you might have to give me anaesthetic to have my leggings surgically removed from my legs.
You never take them off. Is that it? They stay on.
And my jeans.
I live in them. I mean, it's appalling.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Gemma, honestly, it's been such a pleasure to have you on. And we're now going to put a date in the diary. Thank you, my darling.
Girls. Listen, the other side of the new year, that's going to be something really lovely to look forward to. We'll have a lot of fun.
I was just about to say that. That's
Thank you, darling.
And I hope that Cherry, you'll get a whole new perspective of, you know, 10 years younger and what we're going to do. You're just going to live with joy.
Thanks, Gemma.
Thank you, darling. See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. I never thought she'd say yes, did you?
No.
That is amazing. Oh my goodness.
Can't wait now. That's in the new year, girl.
I wish it was before Christmas actually, but never mind. It's something to look forward to for the new year.
It's a bit too soon, Dee.
It is a bit. It is a bit.
Yeah.
Patience. Right.
Yeah.
So now we have a very exciting guest coming back into the nest, because she's been doing lots of lovely things. And also it's Linda Lusardi with her bargain bucket.
Hey! Hello, Linda.
Are you all right?
How's it going? How's the full Monty going? What's going on?
Well, we finished filming. We've done the big deed.
Wow.
On the ice rink, and I've never been so cold in all my life.
Oh,
I'm sure.
Were you scared, darling?
Terrified of falling over on the ice, terrified of, because we got behind with rehearsal, so we were changing things right to the last minute. So some things that Ashley had told us we hadn't actually done until we were in front of an audience.
No.
Yeah.
Well, Linda, I have to tell you this. I had a dream. And I actually thought it was real. And it was you, and I don't know who else it was. There was about 4 of you on the ice doing full Monty, but you were on bikes on the ice. So you came on a bike on the ice, and you kept saying, I've only got one hand to take my top off. I don't know how to do this. And you kept going like, I can't do it. I've only got one hand. And then you fell off the bike and everybody went, oh, for God's sake, Linda.
I think I probably would have been safer on a bike than on the skates, to be honest.
I was going to say,
honestly,
you
say about the actual one hand. You have to do it with one hand.
No.
Yeah, you have to reach. Well, you've got this fan in front of you, and you have to reach around behind and get your bra off.
Oh.
And I obviously we'd mimed it up until the final thing, and I said, girls, please remind me on the night not to just mime it, because we've mimed it so many times, you know, because we wanted to save it for the actual reveal, that when I went round behind my back, my hair was all hanging down. I couldn't find the blooming thing, and I was like, oh my god, I can't find it now. It's so stressful, honestly. But what an amazing night.
Was it a bit
amazing.
Like
Good on you.
Weirdly, with Sherry's dream there, was it like riding a bike, as in you were on Dancing on Ice, coming back on the ice? Was it like, oh yeah, home from home, or was it like starting again?
It was 14 years ago I did Dancing on Ice.
No.
Yeah. I know. I don't know where the time goes. So, and we had very little rehearsal on the ice. I mean, obviously we've got 2 90-minute shows going out, so we did a hell of a lot of other stuff like
wow.
And I can't give too much away, but we went to different places to get the confidence to do it, and different things. So the program, really, the actual full Monty bit, the song at the end where we all flash, is only 8 minutes long. So you've got
Jane Torville's never done that, has she?
No,
what, flash?
You're aware and do it, couldn't she? She could go so
like Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
No, it was a magical night though, and there was lots of tears. You know, because I don't think I can tell you lots of stuff, but there was.
Don't come back and tell us.
Yeah.
But you've got your bargain bucket, haven't you?
I have. Shall I do my bargain bucket?
Yes, please.
Right. Well, you know, you asked me about my skin creams. Well, my own range has actually run out now, so I've had to go out and get some. And I've started using these, which are L'Oreal Wrinkle Expert 55 plus. And I've been using it for about a month now, and I really, really like it. And it's so cheap. I think Tesco's have got it for £10, but Boots at the moment have got an offer of £5 each.
Very good.
That is good.
Non-greasy, smells lovely, and it really does seem to have softened the lines. It's got plumping agents in it, and it rehydrates.
Brilliant.
But then I move on to John Frieda Frizzies. Now,
yes, I like that.
But in
That
this
is good.
where it's damp and cold, and I often get like all these fuzzy bits on top of my head.
Yeah.
You put it on dry hair, and you just put it all over. It's $5.99. Smooth the frizz and fuzz away, and I love it. Really easy, keep it in your handbag.
Yeah, I use it all the time, actually.
I'm going to write that down.
I'm
writing down.
$5.99. It's cheap. Now, I don't know about you, but when I wear tights, I don't want them to look like tights on my legs. And I have found the best pair of tights. They're from Boots, and they're 2 pairs just under a tenner. And they really go to the colour of your legs. You have to be careful when you put them on, because they do ladder quite easily. But for a night out,
right,
especially if you've got open toe shoes, because it's got no toe in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That really looks like legs. I've actually worn it. Well, I wore them on the night.
Did you?
It's called Bear.
Right, okay.
Night for the full Monty.
BARE.
Yeah, Bear. And they're how much are they? They're 2 pairs in there for under a tenner, so it's not bad.
That's really good.
But they are lovely to wear, and it really colours your legs, hides all the imperfections. They're not too firming, but they're firm enough, and it really
it's got no toes.
It's got like no mark on it.
Yeah, that's the good thing.
Good.
Yeah, that's really good.
You know, it can wear it with open toe shoes, and you wouldn't look like you've got any on.
Yeah,
brilliant.
I was sent this actually, Kilo Coat, and it's for scar tissue. And you wait till the wound is healed, and then you use it. And I swear to God, I burnt myself really badly on the oven the other day. You can't see it very well, but it's nearly gone. And you know how it needs a nasty brown mark?
Yes.
Well, this doesn't, and it helps with keloid scarring as well.
Oh.
Any scar that's under 2 years old, you can use it on, and it's
who makes it? Linda?
It's Alliance by Alliance. You can get it online. The cheapest I've seen it, because sometimes it's $29.99, but the cheapest I could find is $15.88. And
very good.
Sweet care.
That's really good. Especially over Christmas when you're cooking. I always get burnt doing the turkey, actually.
But I'll give you a tip. Never let a burn dry.
Right.
And keep Savlon or anything else on it with a plaster until the skin heals up. If you get like the air to a new burn, if it blisters and comes off, you'll get a worse scar.
Right.
Really? What about cold water? You put cold water on it, don't you, as well?
Straight away, just to deal with
Straight away. Yeah.
But a lot of people let them dry up. Don't let them scab and dry up, because you're
A lot of people put butter on them on the scar.
Yes.
That's an old-fashioned thing, isn't it? Put butter on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, just keep it moist and covered until a week, and then let some air to it. And the final one, girls, if you have got dry skin on your feet from walking around in flip-flops and bare feet all summer, oh my God, you have to try this. It's the Footnote exfoliating sock. And
I've been reading about these.
Oh my God, I have never seen anything like it. You've got 2 plastic bags in there, basically. You cut the top off, and it's got the cream already in it. And you put your feet in them for an hour, sit in front of the telly, don't walk around because you'll slip over, rinse it off. And then I thought, well, nothing's happened. It says 5 to 7 days. Well, I'd forgotten about it, and I thought, well, that was a load of rubbish, didn't work. Then I came home from skating, and I was sitting with my feet on the coffee table, and the candle was on the table, and I thought, what's that on my feet? I must have trodden on some tissue or something. The whole bottom of my foot came off. sheets and sheets everywhere.
Wow.
There's dry skin came off my feet. I have got baby's feet now. I've never had feet. It's the best product I've ever seen.
Who makes it, Linda? How do we get it?
Yeah,
you can get it in Boots. You can get
What's it called again?
It's called the Footnote exfoliating sock. And at the moment, Boots, it should be £10. At the moment, Boots have got it for $7.49. And honestly, you'll think it hasn't worked because you can't feel anything. Can't feel anything. It sting, doesn't hurt. And then I thought, Lucy said, "Did that foot thing work?" I said, "No." And then a week later, she went, "What's that?" Oh, honestly, it was like peeling off.
Oh, Linda, that's brilliant. Thank you.
The same to your face, Linda.
Well, I hope they do one. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
Put the bag on your face.
And Hillary wanted to ask you a very important question.
This is groundbreakingly important. As you got older, have your boobs got bigger? Because mine have, and it might be to do with the fact that I am eating all the pies.
Yeah.
But even when I'm not eating all the pies, they're growing. Yeah, I just think, is it an age thing?
I think you do put on weight, obviously, and nature wants you to put on weight. But I do think they get bigger after the menopause. Have you been through the menopause?
No, I'm 60 and I haven't even gone near it.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I know, I still have periods.
You can still have a baby.
Oh, shall we?
Goodness.
Yeah, amazing. I know. I'm a bit of a freak. Even my gynecologist said, "Really?" She's like,
"Wow."
Yeah, I know. Very unusual. But yes, I just feel like, of course, a lot of it is weight, Lindy, Lou. It is that. But I just feel that as the last 5 years, and Debbie, you agreed. You said that you felt that yours have got with age.
Mine have definitely got bigger.
Yeah,
a couple of sizes. And then what's very upsetting, and I know this might sound, it's almost like because we were talking about, Dolly Parton said that she sleeps in all of her makeup and never takes it off. Sherry was talking about this before, and she always does that. And I know that Harriet does as well. I've got my bras from years and years ago because I've always kept them really beautifully. And I've had leisure bee bras. Some of them I've had for 30 years. My bras still fit me. I've still got my mum's old bras. They're absolutely beautiful. I can't get into them anymore.
God.
Oh.
And actually,
so that's why I know that my bust has got bigger, because I mean the rest of me hasn't, but my bust has. So it's very sad.
Well, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I've got beautiful, expensive bras, but at least Lucy can wear them now because I can't anymore. I've gone up 2 sizes. From
Wow.
It
wouldn't matter what size you are, Linda. You are exquisite in every way. And thanks for coming on the show. It's been amazing, and we will all be watching you on the full Monty, December 14th.
Monday.
Is it December 14 and 15?
Yep, that's right. Monday night. Ooh.
Listen, we're going to be supporting you, my darling friend. We will. You've been amazing today. Thank you for all your top tips.
Thank you, darling.
Love you.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Yeah, that Footnote thing is fantastic, isn't it?
Isn't it?
I'm going to get that now. I'm going out to buy it now.
Me too.
I know my mum will benefit from it. My boyfriend will benefit from it, because if you're just sitting watching telly, you're not going through a procedure, are you? You just put the socks on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love her, the way she
I'm
tells
going to
us.
put the plastic bags on my head. So I'll let you know what happens.
Oh, you don't need to do that. You're lovely.
Then all my face will fall off.
All of Linda's products will be actually on our blurb about the show, so you can see exactly what they are. So you don't have to keep writing down like we do, of course, because we're going to be writing things down. But the blurb of the show will say all of what is in Linda's bargain bucket, and she'll be back soon to have another bargain bucket because we love her bargain buckets. But anyway, Sherry, what is happening on Friday?
Well, so Debbie and I are very old friends with this lovely, lovely man, and we adore him. And he's an actor called John Altman, and everybody will know him from EastEnders. June Brown's son,
Nasty Nick.
Nasty Nick. Oh God!
And he's the sweetest man ever. Shouldn't say that because that spoils his image. But he will be in on Friday.
Do you know the thing is, Sherry? When I first met John, I think all of you, because I know Hilary, you've worked in Panto with him as well.
Yeah, he was my Abernatha in Panto.
When I first met him, the thing that shocked me was he smiled, and he's got the most lovely smile. And I realised you've never seen him. As Nick Cotton, you'd have only seen like that.
Yeah.
But he has the most gorgeous and smiley eyes. He's a really
he's a lovely, lovely man, and very funny. Oh. Very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, that's Friday, girls.
That is Friday. Hilary, what can we say? Thank you for joining us.
Thank you,
darling. Thank you. Love you.
I look forward to seeing you again soon, and enjoy all the build up to Christmas. And big love to Harriet. Mwah.
Thank you,
keep
darling.
those boobs under control, Hill. Keep them in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Be
See you on
proud.
Friday.
Bye.